Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome to my very first look at the Platinum Edition for Farming Simulator 19. We have got just a couple of green machines right here. Yes, it is the Class DLC, or Platinum Edition, and we've got them all. Thank you very much to Giants to letting me have this a little bit early so that I can make a quick video and show you all of the stuff. I'm not going to do very much with using the stuff today. There's a couple of things that I am going to use, but mostly I just wanted to show you what we've got in the kit and just have a little quick walk around of most of these machines. So we've got... yeah, I don't really know where to start with this, because there's so much stuff, and I haven't got it all here. I have absolutely not got all of it here and bought. There's a lovely big baler right there. I'm quite looking forward to using that one and to testing the pickup width and stuff like that on it. I think that's going to be quite good. So that's one thing that I will test in a little bit. We've got this great big beastie right here. Now, I will say I am going to do some driving around. And I'm not using my steering wheel today. I'm just doing it with keyboard steering because I know that some of you are not fortunate enough to be able to have a steering wheel, and it does make a difference. Like, having a steering wheel is a luxury, and it's a luxury that I do become used to, and then when I got to do it with keyboard steering, it can make a difference. So I'd like to be able to show... I'd like to be able to show this DLC according to what everybody has available. And not everybody's got a steering wheel, so we will do this without the steering wheel, and we'll see how things respond. Now, at the moment, just shunting these bales around a little bit, the steering is actually responding very nicely. I've often had trouble in the past with articulated machines in particular. They're a little bit difficult to sort of maintain and use. But this one does seem to be alright, at least with just shunting around the yard a little bit. I haven't put anything on it, admittedly, and I'm not going to now. We will save that for episodes where I start using stuff. My Alps Panoramic series, we will start using a lot of class stuff in there, because this is amazing, and I love class machinery anyway. I think it's amazing. Right, so there's that one right there. That's not so much to do with the DLC, that's just a horse that I couldn't be bothered to put away. This is my test map. You may have guessed that by the money that we've got here, the whole $1 billion that I've got there. This right here is the standard forage harvester that we have got available. I've kitted this one out with the biggest engine available and the long spout, which is one of the options. You've got quite a number of different spout options available on it. This is the long spout that I chose to use on this one, and I'm just going to back over here and knock the bins over, and I'm going to just inch my way in here a little bit, and there's a couple of bits in here that I like to use. You know what, I tell you what, let's just move that one up there so that we're out of the way a little bit. That trailer right there is for carrying this direct disc cutter, right? That one there is actually meant for it. So we'll try and put that one on the trailer in a minute, and we'll just see how that works. This is the other forage harvester that is available. Now, we don't have an option for putting tracks or having wheels. It's one or the other. There's two different machines. You know what? I think what I should do is just have a look in the shop a minute. We will very quickly go into the shop. So if I go in here and I do this via the brands, it'll be easier. So go there and double click on it. Right, here we've got all of the different class machinery. This is all the basic stuff. And then these here, these are the pre-order specials. So you've got the Taurian over here with this very weird looking paint on it. I'm not even sure what that is. I thought it was maybe like some sort of weird zebra pattern to start with, but that doesn't look like it. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that pattern is. That is very weird on the eyes, isn't it? That is very weird on the eyes. Okay. I don't think I got room to buy it. Oh, actually, I might. I've moved a couple of things around. Let's see if we can buy that one, shall we? Do I want to purchase it? It is right. We can go and have a look at that one in just a second. This one's only got different wheel options. We've got Nokian, the wheel ones, the road ones or grass work, I've been told. Trelleborg, Mitas, and Michelin is your various different wheel options in there. And then those three there, this is also the pre-order DLC. This is the pre-order bonus, I was told. So you got a Dominator in here. The old classic class combine there, the Dominator. This one doesn't come with any options. You've got main color you can have there, or you can go with the darker color. And I can't actually see what's actually changing on that. Oh, it's the middle of the wheels. Very subtle. That is a very subtle little bit on there. Anyway, that's the Dominator right there. That one, I'm genuinely not sure if that one was part of the pre-order bonus or if that's a separate mod. Right? I don't actually know if this is the one. I think that's a separate mod because of all the well, I don't know actually. I have no idea, so we'll ignore that one. If it is part of the pre-order bonus, then I do apologise. And then we've got wheel options in there. It doesn't actually have a different wheel setup, no matter which ones you go for. It just stays the same. And then we go on to the Roland. This one does have the wrapper combined into it there. You've got that option there available to use if you want to. And Michelin, see, these wheels, they stay the same on here. It just changes the price of them on there. We've got the Torian in here, and that is just as it is. It's a big beast, this one is. It's a big beast. 224 horsepower. And I'll have a look at that in a minute. There's something I want to show you with that. I think it's the most powerful one in... If you include this as, like, part of the base game, then... Well, it's not the base game, but if you compare it to the base game, it's the most powerful one that would now be available. 136 horsepower right there with a rather nice looking load all. Now, I'm not sure if Claas actually make their own load all or if someone else makes them and they just basically put their own coat of paint on it, because I know that some manufacturers do that. I don't know if that's the case with Claas or if Claas actually make their own load alls. I don't know about that, so I can't comment on that. Then we got the Torian 1914 over there. You've got the Torian over here, the 956 Sinus. That one there. It's much smaller, this one. And again, you don't have any options other than wheels. You can choose to have front twins on this one. You can choose the standard or front twins on there. And then you've got the little 639 over here. And this one, you've got front twins or standard wheels on this one. So the front twins, obviously, is going to drastically increase your stability when you're driving the thing around. And that is a nice little one. It's 68 horsepower. It's a tiny, tiny little one for the very small farms. And I really like that there is options in here for small farms as well as big. Because not everybody is going to want to be driving around in a monster like that, are they? I mean, let's be honest, that this is not the option for a small farm. You're not going to go and spend out $250,000 or pounds or euros or whatever on something like that when you're only running a small 90-acre farm, are you? Right? It's not going to happen. So we've got some nice small options in here as well. We've got the Claas butterfly mowers. This is a 10-meter width on it. I don't know what the base game widths are at the moment. We will go and have a look at that. And then you've got one that goes on the front as well. It doesn't look like it has any swathing options on it. It looks like it is just as it is. Then there's a couple of front loaders right there. We've got some front weights. And then we have the tractors. You've got the Claas Zerion. And this one's got a number of different options on it. You've got the 4500 and you've got the 5000. So you've got 3 different engine configurations. And you'll see there's a noticeable difference between the 4000, the 435 horsepower, and the 490. And then between those two, up to 530, there's no difference. But I do like the fact that there is a significant difference in appearance on the tractor on there. I think that is really good. We've then got the Axion. This one right here. Engine setup doesn't make any difference, but you've got a lot of different horsepower options on this one. Goes from 325... it goes all the way up through to the 960 at 445 horsepower. So that's a big tractor, right? You've got some different options in there, which I like. And you've got the Axion 870 to 870-800 here. well, it's 872, 800. You got 7 different engine options on this. Oh no, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right there. It goes from the 800 all the way up to the 870, skipping out the 860. I don't know if 860 is actually a thing. All of them come with the wheel weights, wide tires and weights, rear twins, full twins, and standard. And we can do that with the Trailborg. We can do it with the Michelin. It's just, yeah, twin wheels on the Michelin. And we switch over to the Mitas. We've got twin wheels on the Mitas as well. So you got your different tire brands, however you want to set them up. All the tractors come with the various different configurations. Not all of them have got every wheel configuration, but they've got most of them in there. Are you the one that I think you're the one that I want right here? Design, yes, this one right here. That's the standard design here on the 410. This one does go up to, we can take this one up to the 460. There, we get a 140 horsepower tractor, or start off with the 90 horsepower tractor. So at the smaller end of the scale right here. But this is something that I really like. It's got the panoramic view right there. And you can see it's got the bit over the top right there, or you've got the standard view like there. I've got one of each of those tractors out in the yard, and we can take a look at those. We've got some forage wagon. Well, we've got a forage wagon right there. We've got 2 trailers here. That's a 51,000 and a 44,000 litre. That one there is 53,000 litres capacity forage wagon. And we've got trailers, we've got headers for the combines. That header right there is a 12.3 metre. And then you've got the Claasy. This bad boy here, it doesn't come with any options. It's a $500,000 to go and buy it. It does look very, very cool. The model is so well built. Like there is serious attention to detail has gone into this one. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it's got an 18,000 litre grain capacity on board, which is the largest combine in the game, then, or at least according to grain capacity. So it's got that one, and then this one right here is a 9-meter Corio that goes with it as well. Then you've got the smaller option over here. You've got the smaller Corio there, which is a 6-meter. You've got a trailer that is designed to carry. That one right there is designed to carry that one there. That one doesn't fold up. It goes onto the trailer. And I don't know if there's actually any other example of that, because normally we're used to these folding up, like this one here does. This one folds up, so it doesn't have a trailer. We've got the Tucano right here, and that one is a 381 horsepower. It's 11,000 litres. It costs 350,000. Along with the header, you're not going to get much change from $400,000, especially when you go and buy a trailer for it as well, which is that one. You buy the trailer as well. You're not getting any change out of $400,000 for that one. This one over here with that and that bad boy right there and the trailer that goes alongside it, you're looking at $600,000. If you get that as well, you're pushing 7. Right? I mean, it's not quite, but yeah, you get the idea. Then we've got the direct disc trailer and the direct disc for the forage wagons. We've got a standard pickup. We've got a 9-meter Orbis. We've got a 7.5-meter Orbis there. And then this is the 2 forage wagons. Forage harvesters. So you've got the wheel brand. Much the same as previously. Wheel setup, you've got standard and you've got wide tyres, and that is the same for the 3 different ones. I've already gone and looked at that. Engine setup, the 930 right there. That starts off at 462 horsepower. You can start bumping this one up. So there's the 940 right there. The 950 there goes up to 585. Now watch this. This is subtle. It's small, it's subtle, but watch this. See that one there? That stays the same on these 3 options, but when we go, no, not the 960, that's 626 horsepower. We go now to the 970, there. It changes it round. So you do it's subtle, it's small, it's subtle, and there's quite a few different things like that. There may be other alterations on it, but I don't know. So there's your 970 and 980. So it goes up to a 980 with 884 horsepower. The pipe, you've got standard pipe, you've got a large pipe, you've got an extra large pipe that sticks way out the back. Now that I would have thought would be good for if you're running 2 trailers in the field. That might help with that. And then you've got a short pipe as well. So you've got various different configurations for your machine in there. So that one's quite versatile. You've got a big selection on it. This one over here it looks really cool, right? The tracks and everything on this look very cool. You don't have quite the same customization options on this one. The engine is a set 626 horsepower. You've got the pipe, goes with a long pipe or a standard. Those are your only two options, and then you can choose wheel brand, and that's your only options there. This is a set configuration on here. Overall, though, that thing does look pretty cool. So that is what we've got in there. There was one more thing that I want to do. I want to go first. We want to go to the mowers, and the NovaCap mowers right there. They're at 8.4 meters, and then we've got the Lely mod, which was from the original game in 17, wasn't it? That was brought over. That's 9 meters. So the Claas Disco option is definitely going to be the widest cut that will be available for, if you include the Platinum versus the base game, that is definitely going to give you the widest cut that you can now get. Wheel loaders in here, this is what I want to look at. Base game, wheel loaders was a little bit limited, wasn't it? You had the 234 horsepower W190D from New Holland, and then they very quickly added in the Liebherr and the JCB. So the Liebherr is 155 horsepower, that one's 230. This one here is 224, so it's actually less than the New Holland. I thought that it was a slightly more powerful beastie, but it's not. It's in the same region, so it's 230 for the JCB, 234 for the New Holland, and 224 for the Torian over here, and also the Dev Mule there. The colouring on that thing is so bizarre, it really is. And then you got a nice little small one down over here. So that's your horsepower comparisons on there. There isn't really any other comparisons that we can pull at the moment. Windrowers. It is notable that there isn't a windrower in this pack, and I am surprised at that because Claas do windrowers, or at least they used to. I remember using the windrowers, so I am a little bit surprised that there isn't one in here, but that's just how it is. Right, so that's all of the different things that we've got. We'll go and take a look at the big old Lexion over here. I'm not going to go and do any field. I was considering field work. Tune into my Alps Panorama series. We will be using all of this stuff. I'm going to be focusing on Claas machinery on that one for a while, because I absolutely love Claas machinery, and why should I not? Why shouldn't I? So that's that one right there, and I love the look of it. It's the clean lines. I love the look of the tracks on it. I mean, overall, these models are absolutely exquisite. They are genuinely exquisite. I really, really do like this. I'm going to go away from you, and this is the one that I want to look at. Go in cab, in here. Oop, there we go, just let my tractor catch up, my computer catch up. And there, that's the panoramic view, right? That's what we've got right here. You've got a really nice view up there. Why would that be useful? Why would that be useful? I hear you cry. And I will tell you, it's because if you're using a front loader, you just jump out. Is this one? I haven't got the front loader option on this one, but if you're using a front loader on a tractor, on a small tractor, and let's go to this one here. This is the other option there. Yeah, you can look out the skylight there, but you've got that big bar right in front of you blocking your field of view, and it is a bit of a nuisance when you're using a small tractor with a loader on it. That blocked bit of view is a real pain. You spend all of your time, right? You spend all your time, instead of being able to sit comfortably and look at what you're doing, you spend half your time with your nose pressed up against the windscreen so that you can see what your front grab is doing, you can see what the grab is doing. Whereas if you go in here and you have a look, I don't need to spend half my day sat with my nose pressed against the windscreen. I can see what I'm doing anyway, right? I got full field of view on a front loader on there. It makes a big difference. When you're operating a front loader on a small tractor, that is something that would make a huge difference. I've never had the privilege of being able to use a tractor with that panoramic style of view on it, but I've used plenty of tractors like that with front loaders, so I know exactly what it's like, and I can immediately see the huge benefits of being able to have something like that. It would just be wonderful, absolutely amazing and wonderful. Now, I was going to try and put this one onto there. How am I going to do this? Let's see if we can do this. I'm just going to shunt this one out a minute. Right. We will drag this one out over here and just... Nope, the train's not coming. We'll put this one over here a minute. Like this. There we go. And we unhitch that one, and we'll bring it round and we'll see how easy it is to put this one onto there. This is one job that I have often done using the in-cab driving, because you can line it up easier. Go in cab like that, and then you've got, see that little red dot on the metal stick that's sticking up? That's what you use. So yeah, we kind of do it like this. Let's straighten up a little bit. There, and yeah, like that. Right, so I'm dead center now. Now I'll come out of cab and I will look down here. Just make sure that it does seem to be all in place. We just need to bring that back a little bit. So you can see there's actually a pin that's lining up with a hook on that side, and it's pretty much lined up on that side. So I will then go to there and unhitch it like that. That's relatively simple to get unloaded and put onto the trailer, and I like that we've got this trailer available for it to use. That is absolutely fantastic. I think this is brilliant. There we go. We've now got a trailer that is available to use to take the cutting disc header around, and I'm going to do some, I'd like to do some silage using one of those. So we will do a silage harvest on my series using that. Let's go and get this Orbis just hooked on a minute. You know what? We want to move this combine out of the way. This is the Tucano over here. Got the header on already, and we've got some header trailers. So we'll just shunt you off over there, and then we'll go back to this one. And as soon as I have got that Orbis 900 hooked on here and unfolded, just so that we can take a quick look at it, I will jump into the dev mule thing over there. It looks so bizarre, doesn't it? It really does. Looks amazing. I love it. Unfold this one. Look at that. We got a beautiful 9-meter width on this one. This is quite a bad boy, really. When you look at that, look at this thing. It's huge. That's not bad at all, is it? That looks pretty good. I'm going to enjoy doing some silage with this one. I am definitely going to enjoy doing some silage with this one. Right. There's that bit. This is the one. We're going to have a look at this. Look at this. It's this pattern. Look at that pattern. It's so weird. What is that pattern? I thought to start with maybe it was like some sort of zebra pattern. That's nothing to do with zebra. I have no idea what that pattern is supposed to be. Because like normally you get like a leopard print or a jaguar print, which was put classically onto the Claas Jaguar. They had a Jaguar print on one. It was a special edition thing. They did that in real life. They actually had a Jaguar print one. It looked quite cool, but I don't know what this pattern is. If anybody knows what this pattern is and is able to shed some light on it, that would be wonderful, because I've got no clue what any of this means. I love this on the side. Like the model in there, like it's all turning and everything. That is, the attention to detail on these models is just beautiful. It really is. One more thing that I want to look at. We've got all the standard tractors up through. I've got another one of those right there. That one's got the front loader option on it. I haven't bought a front loader. We won't do that today. And I want to go to you. There, that one's good. There we've got the difference between the twin wheels and the standard wheels on the 960 Axion right there. It's fairly easy to see the difference on it. I just wanted to buy two of them and put them side by side so you could take a look. There we've got the Claas Xerion 400, and this is the differences between the two. You can see them right there. It is quite pronounced, actually. The difference is between the 4000 and the 5000, which I've got there. We've got all-wheel steer on it. No, let's go to the big one. We'll go with the big one right here. Toggle steering, change driving direction. This is something that we wanted to do. So left control B, change driving direction. It lifts you up. It spins you round like this. You got proper reverse driving. Look at that. Is that not absolutely wonderful? Plus, you've got various different steering options as well. Front wheel steering there, which is actually, because we've got it facing backwards, that's rear wheel steering, which could actually, that could be quite a useful thing to have when you're working in the field. If you've got it facing backwards, having rear wheel steering only could be quite a handy thing to have. What else have we got? Rear wheel steering. Oh, wait. Rear wheel steering now. So now it's front wheel steering because of the way that I'm facing. So you've got both options on that. That's really awesome. Crab steering to... I got to stop doing that. Crab steering to the left. There we go. And it'll do the same again. It'll do crab steering to the right. It's very difficult to do anything with crab steer. Crab steering is an awkward thing to kind of deal with. It really is. But I love that we can actually turn and drive around while it's in the crab steering mode. I tell you what, that would be quite the challenge, wouldn't it? To go and do some work in fields only using a crab steering mode. But make sure that you do everything in the fields all the way round as is. But that could be quite an interesting challenge to do, I think. We'll see what we can do with that. And then you're back to your standard all-wheel steering. Right. That's a wrap-up of everything that we have got in this new DLC. I think that this DLC is absolutely wonderful. I'm really looking forward to actually getting it out into the fields and doing some stuff with it. Like I said, I'm not doing anything with it today purely because I think it would be better if I just incorporate it into my normal series. And I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. And by quick rundown, I've gone way over what I intended to do. It was only supposed to be 15 minutes. But there we go. That's what I normally do. I intend 15 and I do more. I don't know how much it's going to be. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And again, a big thank you to Giants for letting me have this DLC a little bit early so that I could show you all. It's absolutely wonderful. I am really, really impressed with this. That's all I can really say about it. Is I am genuinely impressed with this, and this is something I am going to have a lot of fun with. But anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.